My name is Eli.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Caden.
And we're the Yahoo and the Torah YouTube channel, and this is Youth for Yah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for being part of this little family we have here in Ecclesia. Just a little bit of what we like to call family time here, where we spend time, we read the Bible, we learn something, and that's what we're going to do. So we are in Proverbs 22, which is honestly crazy to think about, that it's already been this long, that it's already been
real
this
quickly. The title is at 23, but we're on 22. Someone messed that up. Eli.
So we are actually on 22, not 23. So if you guys want to read along, we are in Proverbs 22. So if things don't make sense, just flip it back a chapter. So,
and Grant, thank you for already being here. Thank you for being a great supporter to this channel. Thanks for always being here with us and joining us. I hope you find this very interesting and learn something with us.
All right. So we are in the beginning, and like I said, it's a crazy thing that we've been in this for 22 weeks, that it's been this long already. It's almost been half a year of doing Proverbs, which is really super crazy to think about, having you guys all around, having all this little community, this little ecclesia grow. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you guys for listening in. We are going to begin in Proverbs 22.
Verse 1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold.
So basically it says your name, your reputation is more important than all the riches in the world. Because once your reputation is destroyed, everyone will know who you are, everyone will know what you've done. And you are now looked down upon, you're not the same person. So it's good to have a good name. When someone says, this person doesn't do very good work, don't hire him, the people will know that you don't do very good work, and they won't hire you. But if they say, this dude does really good work every time, he's very thorough in his work, he is very good people. And in our family, like, this family's really good, you want to give your children a good name, their last name, right, is what they get. So you want to give them a good reputation, like, hey, this family, the Johnsons, are a great family. They're always helping people, they're hard workers, they're here to help people. Emissary of Elohim, thank you for joining us.
Verse 2. The rich and poor meet together. Yahuwah is the maker of them all.
So don't judge unrighteously. It does not matter in the eyes of Yahuwah. Everyone is the same. We're on equal fields. Everyone should be on equal fields. But people judge differently. People will go with the right person. They will flock to the rich person, the unrighteous person, because they have more money, because they think they can get gifts out of it. And if you are judging unrighteously, you are breaking Torah. You are doing against the Torah. You should be judging everyone equally, no matter their wellness estate, whether their status of money, whether they are rich or poor. Everyone should be judged righteously. It does not matter what you can get out of it. It matters that justice is done. And if you are judging unrighteously, you are breaking the Torah.
Verse 3. A prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself, but the sin will pass on and are punished.
So a prudent man is going to be a man of the Torah. He's going to see the dangers. He's going to see the curse. He's going to see the evil coming. He has eyes to see. And here's Yahushua was said. He said, for those with the eyes to see and ears to hear. And he's going to hide himself. But someone that is foolish is going to stand in the way of the railroad tracks. The guard beams are coming down. The lights are flashing. You hear the train honking. And you're just standing in the tracks. That's the foolish person. The wise person is going to step off the tracks because he knows danger is coming. He knows that there is a problem. That's the same. When you know the Torah, you know that there's blessings. And when you see problems coming, when you see Scripture be fulfilled, you hide yourself. You get off those train tracks of prophecy, and you protect yourself in the Torah.
Verse 4. By humility and the fear of Yahuwah are riches and honor and life.
So, the reward of humility, when you are humble, when you are meek, it says, that is the reverence of Yahuwah. That is the reward. So humility, when you're willing to bow down to Yahuwah and be humble yourself before Yahuwah, you get life. You get rewarded by Yahuwah. You get riches and honor. And that is another promise of Yah, is when you are humble and you bow yourself and you revere Yahuwah and you have reverence for Him and you have respect for Him by keeping His Torah, by willing to actually bow down to Him and not be a stiff-necked Gentile, He will bless you.
Verse 5. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. He that guards his soul shall be far from them.
So it's saying that thorns and snares, problems. Thorns and snares are problems. And you see those when you're trying to clean out a field, or you walk around in like a jungle or like a field, there'll be thorns, you like walk to them and it'll hurt. It's kind of a problem. But this isn't talking about a physical thorn. This is talking about more of a life thing. This isn't just talking about that. It's like when someone gets in trouble or something, you won't have these issues if you are a wise man, if you are someone in the Torah, because you'll stay out of these troubles. You won't have to deal with the crimes of guilt. Being a thief, stealing, doing those kind of things, you won't have to deal with the snares and the thorns of sin because you are keeping the Torah. You won't be doing these things. A foolish person will be doing these things because they don't know the Torah. They'll thinking it's all right to steal. They'll thinking it's good to do evil things, and that is not right. That is not right in the eyes of our Creator to do these sins. So that's why the wise man doesn't get caught in these, because they are blessed to understand right and wrong.
Verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
So we, as children, as young ones that are still growing up, we grew up in the Torah. It wasn't always in the Torah, but we are growing up in the Torah. We grew up for the last 10 years now in the Torah, and we're here telling you that it is a good lifestyle, that it is actually to be a desired lifestyle, because the rest of the world has nothing good to offer. But Yahuwah, he has eternal life, he has blessings, he has honor, he has esteem that he promises for those who keep the Torah.
Fearmonger, thanks for joining us. How are you doing today?
Verse 7. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
So if you are to, you will become a slave when you take loans. The rich, they make the rules. They're the ones, you've heard maybe heard the saying, he who has the gold makes the rules, and that is the thing here. Because the people with no money will always go to the rich, and they'll try to get money from them. They'll be like, can I get a loan? Can I get this? And you'll end up being a slave. And Solomon knows what it's like not having money. He's obviously seen it before, where he's like, if you ask for money, you owe them, and you owe them this certain amount of money when they come back every single month. And if you can't pay, they take the collateral, right? They take the bed from you, take your car, because you can't pay that, so they take what is owed to them.
Verse 8. He that sows iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fall. The NIV says, whoever sows injustice reaps calamity, and the rod they wield in fury will be broken.
Yeah, so it's real weird why they would reap vanity. It doesn't make a lot of sense why you would reap vanity, and that's kind of the wrong word. So mine says that a person that sows unrighteousness reaps trouble, and if you're reaping trouble, that's a problem. You're in trouble. And it says the rod of your wrath shall fall. You're not so tough anymore before the eyes of Yahuwah. When you see Yahuwah, your wrath means nothing. Yahuwah's wrath is so much stronger than what you think. You're angry, you're tough, you're such a wicked person. Yahuwah will destroy that. He will cast that down. And if you are sowing unrighteousness, you are not in the Torah. And if you are not in the Torah, you are going to be cast out of the kingdom. He's going to say, be gone, I never knew you.
Verse 9. He that has a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. The NIV says, the generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor.
Angela, thank you for joining us. All right. So it's saying here that you should be giving to the poor. You should be helping them, because those are good eyes, those eyes to see and ears to hear, and those are people Yahuwah has blessed. Yahuwah, a lot of people talk about helping the poor. A lot of people don't want to help the poor because they think they need to figure out their own way. But Yahuwah cares for the poor, and if you read the Torah and understand the Torah, it is a commandment. A lot of people say that the Torah is done away with, but why would you want to stop helping the poor, the hurt, those who need help? We don't. We want to help the poor. And it says, those with good eyes, those with bountiful eyes, will give bread to the poor. You will help the poor, because they don't have money, they don't have food. So when you give them some bread to eat, that really helps them out. That gives you blessings, gives them blessings, and that gives you a chance to open up about the Messiah, open about the Torah, and you can teach them. And so if you have good eyes, and those with knowing the Torah will have good eyes, they'll know to feed the poor. So those who are following the Messiah will help the poor.
Verse 10. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yea, strife and reproach shall cease.
Like we said in the last chapter when we were talking about how scorners, the people that gatekeep others from learning the Torah, that are mockers, that keep them away because they shame these people, when these people leave, life gets peaceful. When you hear scoffers disappear, when people stop speaking evil, life becomes peaceful. It doesn't become dreadful anymore to hear speak, because when you hear evil speak consistently and you hear evil speak, it drains on you. It wears your soul. We are not meant to hear those wicked, evil vibrations that come off the tongue. We are meant to hear peaceful, joyous things that are uplifting and not things that are wicked.
Verse 11. He that loves pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. The NIV says, one who loves a pure heart and who speaks with grace will have the king for a friend.
So it says if you are speaking well, because the world speaks evil. The world doesn't speak anything good. There's no pureness in heart anymore. There's no one that is true in their intentions. They want something extra. There's always something in the back of their mind that they want. They're not just doing something for a cause of good. They're doing something because they want it. If you have pureness of heart and cleanness in your speak, then then you're a friend of a sovereign, you're a friend of a king. And that would be a righteous king, of course, a king in the Torah, because nowadays no king is righteous. The world has gone away into wickedness, into darkness. But if a king that is in the Torah, when you speak cleanness, people see that. When your heart is pure, people see that. They wonder what it is, and that makes them have an interest in you when you are a clean person of heart, when you are a pure person.
Verse 12. The eyes of Yahuwah preserve knowledge, and he overthrows the words of the transgressor. The NIV says, the eyes of Yahuwah keep watch over knowledge, but he frustrates the words of the unfaithful.
So he says that he watches over knowledge. He sees everything. Yahuwah does not let things go, right? He sees them. He is not missing anything, and he will overthrow the words of the treacherous. He will overthrow the wicked ones. He is consistently saying he is overthrowing the wicked ones. So for those that are worried, that are wondering if they should go to war against their enemies, it says Yahuwah will overthrow them. Now that doesn't say don't defend yourself, but Yahuwah will take your enemies in due time. He's going to take over the wicked. And for those that are not in the Torah, you need to change your ways. This is a warning to you that he will overthrow the treacherous. The treacherous are those outside of the Torah, outside of Yah's love and outside of Yah's grace. Because you're outside of the Torah, you're walking with Hasatan. You're hand in hand, walking on the same path as Hasatan.
Verse 13. The slothful man says, there is a lion without. I shall be slain in the streets.
So this slothful man, this is someone who is lazy, who doesn't want to work, and you make up excuses. You start saying things like, there's a lion in the streets, I can't go out because I'll get eaten by the lion. And that's an excuse. That's what you want to do. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to have to go work the field. And that will leave you in your own despair. You will end up eating what you've sown, and you have sown nothing. So that is what you will deserve, and that is what you will get because you did not work. And don't make excuses, because everyone can make excuses, but not everyone can work. So if you have a chance to work, you should be working. You should be doing as Yahuwah wants to. He wants to work. He put Adam in the field to work. His job was to keep and till the garden, and that's what we should be. We should be keeping and tilling our gardens, or doing what we can to bring food to our tables. And if we are making excuses or procrastinating something, it's not what we want to do, because Yahuwah wants diligent people, those who are truly seeking Him, people that aren't lazy in the word but diligent. Tess, thank you for joining us.
Verse 14. The mouth of a strange woman is a deep pit. He that is abhorred of Yahuwah shall fall therein. The NIV says, the mouth of an adulterous woman is a deep pit. A man who is under Yahuwah's wrath falls into it.
So if you are not in the Torah, you're going to fall into the hands of strange people. You're going to fall into wickedness, and you're going to lose your soul. You are going to be hurt in these things. You're not going to be blessed. You are going to fall into the pit, as it says. When you fall into a pit is a deep hole. It is not something that's easy to get out of, and that's what he's trying to get across here, is once you lose your soul, it's not easy to get it back.
Verse 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
Yeah, if you were a child and you were spanked growing up, if you were disciplined growing up, you know that wickedness and evil and things that you did as a kid, you don't do nowadays because your parents disciplined you, and it should be that way. Parents should discipline their kids. That's how it's supposed to be now. That's how it was always meant to be, was people were supposed to teach their kids. They got to teach them when not to be evil. And from experience, I can tell you that we don't do anything that is like, we've learned from discipline, and we don't do that anymore. We were disciplined, and that was that. We continue on.
Tyler, I'm glad you could join us as well. Hope you are having a great day.
Verse 16. He that oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he that gives to the rich shall surely come to want. And he says, one who oppresses the poor to increase his wealth, and one who gives gifts to the rich, both come to poverty.
So if you are oppressing the poor, you're already breaking the Torah. But another thing here is, if you give the rich, that someone's already rich and you don't have the money, and you give it to be his friend, of course you're going to be poor. You shouldn't be trying to gain favor from rich people. You should be trying to gain favor from Yahuwah. You're going to be poor if you sit there and give away everything you have to try and be friends with people that are higher up than you. That is not what you should be doing. You should be looking towards Yahuwah. You should be taking what you have, saving it, using it wisely, and not just giving it away to someone that is rich.
All right. Fearmonger said parents don't discipline anymore, and that's so true.
That's true. It is what is called child abuse in a lot of places. And so their wickedness runs rampant. You can see it throughout the children, and there is no more discipline.
Mason, hope you are having a great day. Shalom, brother.
Verse 17. Bow down your ear, and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart unto my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing, if you guard them within you. They shall withal be fitted in your lips. that you may be in Yahuwah, I have made known to you this day, even to you.
So he says, listen to what he's saying. Listen to the words of knowledge. Apply your heart to it. It says a good thing. It said these words that are being taught, the words that are being read to you today are a good thing. The words in the Bible, the Torah, it is good. It is a pleasant thing. There is no wickedness inside of it. We know it's good. We know it's the right path because Yahuwah said it is good. Our Creator, even if you don't believe in the Torah, said it is good. And if he says it is good, that means it is a good thing. It is great for, it is, Paul said it is great for instruction and reproof. It is a good thing. The Torah is an excellent thing. The words of instruction are amazing things to have.
Verse 20. Have not I written to you excellent things in counsels and knowledge? The NIV says, have I not written 30 sayings for you, sayings of counsel and knowledge?
So, I don't know why he says 30, maybe 31 chapters of Proverbs. I don't know because they didn't have chapters back then. But he's saying he wrote good things, and he's right. These Proverbs are excellent things. Everything here in Proverbs you can apply to in life. You can stay away from the wicked world. You can stay away from strange women, strange men. You can stay away from that. You can not be lazy. Everything here you can apply to your life, and it is a good thing. It is good. Everything in the Bible is good.
And we know that what Solomon writes is good because it does not go against the Torah. Verse 21. That I may make you know certainty of the words of truth, that you might answer the words of truth to them that send unto you.
So he's saying he's teaching us the truth. And what is the truth? The truth was the Torah. The truth was Yahushua. Yahushua said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And he says he's teaching us the truth. He's teaching us the Torah so that when people send to ask us about it, we can respond with the truth as well. And that is what our goal in life should be, is to tell these people, tell the world about the truth, because they need it more than anything else.
In verse 22, rob not the poor, because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. The NIV says, do not exploit the poor, because they are poor, and do not crush the needy in court.
So it's where we go back to, don't favor the rich over the poor. Do not oppress the poor. If you're oppressing the poor, you are doing sin.
You're afflicting them more than already afflicted, right? They don't have a lot. And you're taking from them, you're stealing from them, you're hurting them more than they're already hurt. That doesn't help them at all. That makes their lives worse, and you lose an opportunity to teach them. You know, you lose a soul when you push people away like that. When you hurt people that are already hurt, you should be helping them. You should be helping those that are hurt and try to win souls. Because if you are losing souls, you are not doing what Yahuwah has commanded us to do. Now, there's a second part of that verse. I believe is the next verse.
Yes. Verse 23. For Yahuwah will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoiled them. The NIV says, for Yahuwah will take up their case and will exact life for life.
So Yahuwah will do unto you as you did for them. If you're oppressing the poor, he will oppress you. If you stole from the poor, you will be that poor getting stolen from if you don't help them. And you're going to be in that same exact position. And Yahuwah sees the poor. He takes care of the poor. He talks about the Torah, how he loves the poor, right? The poor people are humble. They don't have a lot. They can't boast about what they have. And all they have is Yahuwah. And so that's why he loves them. Because when you're poor, you seek for something. You seek for something more than what you have. You seek for a greater power. You seek for Yahuwah. You should be seeking for Yahuwah. This is why Yahuwah loves the poor. And when you attack them, you will be attacked. Same way Yahuwah will judge you in the same way you judge them. And if you stole from them, or you attack them, you hurt them, or you hate them, it's going to be the exact thing Yahuwah's going to do. You're going to feel that exact same thing that poor person felt.
Verse 24. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man you shall not go, lest you learn his ways and get a snare to your soul. The NIV says, do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared.
So again, we have great advice from Solomon. Great advice you can apply to your life. Don't make friendships with people that are given to wrath, and given to wrath are people that are hot-tempered, quick to anger, because when people are quick to anger, they are quick to get into fights. They are quick to get into much anger and much problems, and you will have to be getting them out, and you will get in the same problems they are because you're trying to help these people. Or you might just pick up their habits, as it says. You might just become an angry person just like them. And if you hang out with someone long enough, you will get their habits, whether you like it or not.
Verse 26. Be not one of them that strikes hands, or of them that are sureties for debts. If you have nothing to pay, why should he take away your bed from under you? The NIV says, do not be one who shakes hands in pledge, or puts up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you.
So that was very weird why they said strike hands. We didn't know if they were like punching each other in the hands or something, or hitting each other in the hands, why they would strike hands. But it makes much more sense in the NIV when he says don't shake hands. Don't make a pledge. If you have something you can't offer, then don't offer it, or you will lose what you don't have. You will lose more than you wanted to. You will lose these things if you make promises you can't keep. And another great thing, don't make promises you can't keep.
Yeah, this goes back to a few chapters ago where it talked about, most of the chapter talk about, don't make surety, don't make pledge lending, don't tell someone you can help them when you can't, or don't take loans like this, because you will end up being a slave to the people you promise money to or promise something to, and they will take from you what you don't have.
Verse 28. Remove not the ancient landmark which your fathers have set. And he says, do not move an ancient boundary stone set by your ancestors.
So there's a lot of times where people take land. We talked about this the other day, and this is a command of the Torah: don't move the landmarks. Right? If someone has a land and a fence around their land, and that's been their land for 50 years, you can't go move that over because you want a little extra land. You can't move a wall over a rock wall or whatever it is to take more land. That is a sin. And Solomon here is quoting the Torah. He's taking it out of the Torah and telling us again not to do it.
Verse 29. See a man diligent in his business, he shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. Yeah, he says, do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings, they will not serve before officials of low rank.
So, he has something here that says men diligent in their business, men that are skilled. And these people took the time. If you are taking the time to invest in a job, invest in work, you're going to work before high-end level people that are willing to provide for your family. And that's what he says. He says, be diligent in your work. Don't be slack in what you do, whether it's working for Yahuwah, whether it's your day job, whether it's basic chores around the house. He says, work hard in it. Do good in it. He says, you will stand before kings, not low-level people, not people that are chumps, right? You are going to stand before people of great honor, and you want to work for people of great honor. Now, you want to be able to provide. You want to work for Yah. He has the highest honor. And if you are slacking your work, he's looking for people in his kingdom that are willing to serve. He's testing us. This is our testing ground. This is our resume. And he's looking through it as we go to Judgment Day, and he's going to look through it and be like, wow, you did a really great job. Or he's going to say, you were kind of lazy in what you did. You were kind of slack. So, yeah, that is it for today. That is it for the Proverbs 22. It wasn't quite as long as we usually like it to be, but that's all right. We got it. We got through Proverbs 22, and that's 22 weeks of Proverbs. But I think we did miss a week, so it's really supposed to be 23. But
right, yeah, we missed a week as a dogfight.
So 22.
And don't forget, we also have a Telegram group. And if you guys want to join, you can download Telegram on your mobile device, tablet, and you can get on your computer if you have a phone number. And then you can join our group. Links are probably already in the description. Yeah, it's already in the description.
I don't know if channels. You got channels?
No.
Alright, but we do have an extra BitChute account just in case something happens here. We can't believe it. BitChute, Odyssey, a second channel. And I think that's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's everything.
Yeah, and also, if you guys have prayers or something you prayed for, if you guys have problems in life, you're struggling, something you want to pray for somebody else, let us know, and we will pray for you and help that Yahuwah helps you and guides you, that his will be done. And just let us know if you guys have problems.
Alright. That will be it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope to see you tomorrow during our pre-Shabbat morning video we do, and then we hope to see you guys live on Shabbat. So thank you guys. Much love to you guys, and we will see you later.
All right. Shalom.